Just a heads up before we start the video that this is going to be a begging centric video. So for all my audio style listeners, there will be timestamps on the screen to show how far apart these begs are, and that will be addressed a couple of times in the video. So that's just a heads up if you usually listen to these videos instead of watch them. And I just wanted to bring up briefly that I'm going to be on That Being Said this Sunday, November 26th. I know I made a community post about it, but not everybody sees those. So I just wanted to bring it to everybody's attention in a video here. So hopefully you guys can all show up and we can hang and bang together. But speaking of hanging and banging,
well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Hogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
Okay, so guys, I didn't even mention this earlier. I got so wrapped up in stuff. 2 goals for today. Goal number 1, I want to hit 500 members again on this channel. You know, we got to start going in the right direction, heading towards Christmas here. So today, if you want to support the channel, 'tis the season. Consider gifting some memberships. There's going to be a lot of people here watching Mario RPG. It would be great. I'm sure people would accept it. Please consider supporting the channel via memberships. That's number 1.
he acts as though it's a bad thing that he got wrapped up in what he was talking about earlier and forgot to do his begment. Newsflash, DSP, that's actually a good thing. Not only does that show that you're somewhat passionate about the things that you were speaking about at the time, that you were invested in them enough not to beg, but also the longer you go without begging, the better your content actually is. And I don't like your content, but I can tell you from an objective standpoint that your content is always going to be worse the more you beg. I know that correlation doesn't always equal causation, but in this instance, it absolutely does. DSP, your content is always worse the more you beg. But of course, he just had to mention his membership goal, talking about it, saying that we have to hit the goal. DSP, you're the only person who hits the goal. Nobody else actually benefits from hitting the membership goal. And I don't say that in an exaggerated way. There is actually zero reward for them hitting the membership goal whatsoever. All it does is line your pockets.
Number 2, I really need to hit the tier 1 tips goal today. I didn't hit any goals yesterday, all right? Now, I knew yesterday was going to be a slow day, and that's okay.
Oh God, he just had to hit you with the point down at the tips goal when he was talking about it. That's just such goofy behavior. DSP, we don't need you to point to the tips goal. We can see it. It's on the screen. It's very visible. And I know I talked about animations in the last video, but instead of pointing down to the tips goal, he absolutely could just have some animation that he plays on the screen that's like, hey, why don't you guys tip? And then it's got like an arrow that actually points, instead of him physically doing it in real life and looking goofy while he does it.
But having 2 slow days in a row is a problem. So if we could hit that goal today, $50, that'd be much, much appreciated. Okay, those are my 2 goals for today when it comes to, you know, support. If we could do that, thank you very much.
And of course, he's got to thank you in advance because he just expects that you're going to follow what he said and hit the tips goal today, obviously.
Are we good? Shall we take a brief break for me to use the restroom and then we jump back in? All right. So guys, thank you. I'm just going to mute the mic. I'm just going to run next door, use the restroom, be right back.
I've never seen any content creator spend more time in the bathroom on their streams than DSP does. I don't know if he's just saying that he's going to the bathroom so he doesn't actually have to be on the stream because he very clearly hates being there, or if he's actually going to the bathroom, but if that's the case, he definitely has some sort of medical condition that he needs to get looked into. Nobody should be going to the bathroom nearly as often or as long as DSP is taking. I know it sounds like I'm nitpicking him by talking about how long and how often he goes to the bathroom, but it's actually a problem when you're 20 minutes late to your stream because you're in the bathroom, and then as soon as the pre-stream ends, which is just 2 hours later, you spend another 20 minutes in the bathroom. And then he goes about once an hour during gameplay. Who is going to the bathroom this much? That can't be healthy. That can't be normal. And the only reason it actually matters is because he refuses to play anything in the meantime. He doesn't put on any music. He doesn't go to a slideshow that plays music or anything like that. He just leaves you with dead air more often than not. Nobody's interested in watching dead air.
Please consider supporting the stream today. Again, goals. 500 members, hit the tier 1 tips goal. If we can do those today, I'd be very pleased and be smooth sailing as we enjoy 3 hours of Mario RPG, all right? I'll be right back. All right, so guys, we're going to continue on. We got 2 more hours of Mario RPG coming. Did we hit? We did. We got 102 likes, so let's do a bubble blow for you guys. Thank you for your engagement today. My apologies, my throat is bothering me again, if you can't tell.
It's absolute insanity that this man is still complaining about having symptoms of being sick. He was sick at the end of October, literally the entire last week of October. Remember, he couldn't do his Halloween event because of it? And this clip is from November 20th. How the hell is he sick for actually 20 plus days straight? I've never heard of anybody being sick for that long. His immune system must be absolute garbage at this point. I'm starting to think that maybe this is going to be an eternal sickness. That DSP is just going to claim to be sick for the rest of his life. Or this is just a way for him to retcon why he snorts, coughs, and clears his throat into the microphone all of the time. That would be really bold of him to try and do, but it wouldn't be the first time that he tried to retcon history like that. I don't know, I guess only time will tell, but I'm really getting tired of it.
It looks like some days it's just going to be more annoying than others, and there's nothing I can really do about it. You know, it'd be nice if this would go away permanently, but it just doesn't want to go away. And I keep getting nasal drip and stuff. It's gross. What can you do?
See, and that's why I said I don't know if it's him trying to retcon history, and that's why he snorts and coughs and clears his throat, because he had nasal drip before. You remember he's got a medical condition called post-nasal drip? He tells us about it all the time. But since he's been sick, when he mentions it, it's because of the sickness that he has the drip. I have a hard time with things like this because I don't know if I'm looking too deep into it or if he is saying these things specifically like that on purpose to try and convey a specific message in a weaselly kind of way.
Let's do a celebratory bubble blow for you. Jasper's on the floor, so he's probably going to react to it. He's going to wonder, what are we doing? Here we go. Thank you for the engagement on the stream. That's it. Let's do a little more.
I just want to remind you that this is a 41-year-old man sitting here blowing bubbles on a video game stream for who he claims is a mostly adult viewing audience.
Here we go. They go everywhere. Jasper jumped up. He's like, what's that? You like bubbles, Jasper? You don't usually like them. We bought them for Jasper originally. He didn't like them when we got them, so never used them. And then years later, people were like, oh, do something on stream with bubbles because you have them. Okay, whatever. Okay.
And you can hear how dismissively he talks about these bubbles as a reward for hitting 100 likes. DSP, if you're not into it, if you don't actually think it's a good idea, if you don't think it's a proper reward for hitting 100 likes, you think it's stupid and a waste of time, quit doing it. Because it comes off really negative when you talk about it like this on stream. It's supposed to be something fun for you and your audience, and if you don't think it's fun and you think it's stupid, don't do it. It just comes off as so disrespectful when you do something for your audience and you're like, yeah, it's stupid, I don't know why they like it, but they do, you know.
All right, so guys, I hope you're enjoying. If you are, please consider supporting the stream today. Remember, I have 2 goals for today. 500 members and hitting that tier 1 tips goal of 50 bucks. All right, right now, we have not got a single tip since I started playing the game. So it'd be great to maybe if you could support the stream with some tips. And of course, memberships or gifted memberships would be great right now. It would help the channel a lot. If you like this game, if you're enjoying the chill vibes, please consider supporting the stream. Thank you. This is my income. This is literally it. Nothing else. No sponsorships, no paid games or anything like that. So much appreciated if you support today. Okay.
Yes, DSP, and it was entirely your idea to have no paid sponsorships and no paid games. It was entirely your idea to depend solely on the generosity of your audience, nobody else's. So don't sit here and try and guilt trip people into supporting you more than they feasibly can. Oh, you guys know I don't take any sponsorships, I depend all on you guys. Trust me, DSP, they're aware. If they're fans of yours, if they're actually going to support you, they're well aware that you depend entirely on them. I just don't really understand who these segments are for, because the people who are going to support you know, and then the people who aren't going to support you don't care. That's why I'm absolutely convinced that he actually enjoys the begging. He likes making people feel pity for him and sending him cash.
Big Ocho has gifted a membership to the channel. I appreciate that, Big Ocho. Because it's been a slow day today for any kind of support. Congratulations to Spidey5000 who received the gifted membership. The goal for today is 500 members and hit the tier 1 tips goal. That's the first member we got since the beginning of the show, and we haven't gotten a single tip since the podcast, so yeah, pretty rough one. All right, Mario leveling up.
Dang, DSP, how does it feel to know that people aren't actually supporting the gameplay that you supposedly love and are instead supporting all of the drama pre-streams that you do? What does that tell you about the content that you're putting out? Does it let you know that people aren't enjoying the gameplay as much as they are just you blowing up on stream every single day during the pre-stream? Are you picking up on that yet? Have you realized yet that people donate to you during the pre-streams just to egg you on and keep you going? And that's why you have more viewers during the pre-stream than you do during the actual gameplay? Is any of that whatsoever actually making it into your thick skull?
All right, real quick, just gonna stretch my legs. Guys, this is the final hour. All right, now as I said at the very beginning of today's stream, my 2 goals for today are to hit 500 members and to hit the tier 1 tips goal, because yesterday I didn't hit 1 tips goal all day. Here we are again today, guys, and we haven't gotten a single tip the entire time I've been playing the game. Please, if you like this game, if you like the chill streams, if you just like my content in general, please support the stream in some way, and tips would definitely help today if you could. All right? Okay. Oh.
Jesus Christ, why did he make that noise when he stood up? What was that? That noise is similar to one that my grandfather would make when he stands up, but he's 20 plus years older than DSP is. But why does DSP insist on using the exact same script every single time he begs? If the script didn't work the first few times, why do you think it would work the next time? Because I'm fairly confident that the same people who are watching you at the beginning of the gameplay stream are the same people watching you 3 hours later in the gameplay stream. And I want to bring up, since I'm keeping track of the beg times, he was on track for about a 1 beg an hour average. But then he slipped that subtle beg in there, and then all of a sudden, just 20 minutes later, he of course had to go for a full beg. Now, while a subtle beg is a subgenre of a beg, it is in fact still a beg. So that's 2 begs in 1 hour. In fact, they were only about 20 minutes apart. And that's just disgraceful. More so than just the normal begging, because you only did them 20 minutes apart. You couldn't pretend to actually enjoy your job for 20 minutes before asking for more money. Because at least when you're begging once an hour, it looks like you're trying to get an hourly wage, which is still unacceptable. But if you're begging 20 minutes apart, dude, I don't know anybody in real life who gets paid every 20 minutes. That's an absurd ask. You're actually being ridiculous.
You gotta love people who come in and they think that they're smart. Like, guy just comes in, oh, I was going for 3 hours, and Phil's support level was the same 3 hours ago as it is now. So why didn't you do something about it? Oh, because you're just an asshole. You're a troll coming in here to try to say toxic, negative stuff. So you're banned, you know?
Maybe he was trying to rally the troops, DSP. Maybe he doesn't have any money to donate himself, but he's trying to get the other people to shell some cash your way. But just like with the 672 situation when he said too much work, when DSP sees anything in chat that he can remotely construe as a troll message, dude, you're banned. You're a troll, obviously. DSP's not putting up with it. You're just being a smartass. You think you're so intelligent? DSP's debunking you on stream live. And maybe it was a troll message. Maybe that person was genuinely coming in to be an ass and poke fun at DSP for not getting any support in the amount of time that he was gone. But if that's the case and you actually think that, DSP, just hit him with the lean in manual. You don't have to act so toxic. You could just get him gone and you would come off a lot better because of it. People are still probably gonna make fun of the lean in manual, but to verbally discuss it is actually so much worse.
Like we're stupid and we don't understand that. Like, that your reason you're coming in here to say that is to fucking act like a jerk, right? So get the fuck out. We're all enjoying the game, having a good time. No one's talking about that. You notice that? Thank you all. Hope you enjoy Mario RPG. Remember to please keep liking the videos, leave comments for engagement purposes to help on this channel, and I will see you all next time. Peace out. Alrighty, well, guys, that is it. Fun stream. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Thanks for chilling. Thanks to those who engaged. And you know, tonight it is Street Fighter. Let's hope that tonight's Street Fighter stream, you know, goes a little bit better. Let's hope that we can get some engagement and support tonight, because, I mean, wow. Literally no tips since the pre-stream. And, you know, basically incredibly sparse support for this game. Now, this is exactly what I was afraid of last week. Did we not talk about this last week? We did, remember? And the whole thing was that, are people going to only watch Mario once and then stop watching it? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. This stream did really well on Friday, and today it did poorly. So, I guess I should have listened to my intuition, right? I really should have, because I had that intuition.
No, DSP, the thing that you should have listened to was your audience when they asked you to play both RoboCop and Baldur's Gate 3. You really should have played either of those games instead of Super Mario RPG. It was entirely your decision to play Super Mario RPG. I was there for that stream where you pretended to talk with your chat, you only read the things that you wanted to read, and decided to play the game that you wanted to play. And you're the one who's constantly going on about how your audience has this weird Nintendo bias and they think that all Mario games are for kiddies and they're ignorant because of it. If you truly think that, if you really think that that's how your audience feels about these games, why do you insist on playing them if all you care about is the money? Because obviously they're not going to support games that they don't want to see. It would be a totally different story if you actually played games that you enjoyed because you enjoyed them and that was what your audience came to see. But that's just not the content that you make. You are constantly chasing what everybody else wants to make the maximum amount of profit. So if you didn't think that this game was going to net you the maximum amount of profit possible, I don't even know why you bothered and wasted everybody's time.
That this probably wasn't going to do well, right? And, you know, I don't know what else to say. I guess we'll see. Will this do better? I don't know. Keep in mind, this is a short game, and I will be playing RoboCop next. Since this is a short game, likely we'll beat it within 2 to 3 more streams, and then we'll move on, all right? All right, guys. Well, thank you. I hope that you'll be here tonight for Street Fighter 6 Dalsim tonight. If not, tomorrow, Modern Warfare 3 on the daytime stream and Like a Dragon Gaiden chill late stream. All right? Okay, thank you all. Have a good night. I'll see you tonight, hopefully, for Street Fighter if you can make it. Peace out.
I really gotta ask what the point is of covering the schedule segment every single day on the pre-stream for an extended period of time if he's constantly gonna talk about his schedule anyway. And sometimes it's not even about the streams that are gonna happen multiple days away. Sometimes it's actually talking about the very next stream that's happening that day, just later that night. Again, who is this for? You don't have to inform people about your schedule 4 times a day. That's just insanity. Stop doing that. It's a waste of time. It's obnoxious. Nobody cares that much. And if they did, you update your schedule on your YouTube community page all the time, don't you? They could look there if they really cared. But in case you didn't know, this is a super secret double feature. Yes, we're covering 2 separate begging videos because just one begging video isn't enough. You really gotta experience the whole thing. So first you got the day stream begging, and now we're gonna watch the daily recap from that same day.
What is going on, everyone? Phil here. Welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 20th of November, 2023. Let's get right into it. Today's podcast was way more chill, no drama, fun gaming news. Went through some viewer suggestions, Q&A, a good one, a good chill session. Very, very different from yesterday's podcast. What was funny is the attendance was like way up. Reason being, I think a lot of people thought, oh, there'll be more drama today, and there was none.
Yes, while there wasn't blatant name drops and drama like there was on the previous pre-streams the days prior, there is always a toxicity and salt aura that follows around DSP, so there's always something to laugh at during the pre-streams. That's why it gets more attendance.
So it was actually a great podcast. I really enjoyed it. And then we jumped back into Super Mario RPG. However, there was a distinct difference between today's Mario RPG remake stream and Friday's premiere. On Friday, we had high attendance, high engagement, high support. People were hyped for this game, saying so happy you're playing it, wanted to see how good this remake looks. Looks great. Can't wait to play it myself or going to watch the playthrough. You know, lots of positivity on Friday. Today, that stream got dead. Like, the viewership has tanked. Probably about half of what we had on Friday. Engagement, people were kind of about halfway through the stream not really talking anymore to me and kind of disengaging from the content. And support was very, very slow today. Like, with Friday being a really great day, today we didn't hit any goals. We didn't hit members goal. We didn't hit a tips goal. Nothing.
But this isn't out of the ordinary for you, though. This actually happens quite frequently to you. Premiere streams for games almost always get decent support for DSP. And I'm not talking about big buku dollars, talking about, you know, $150 tip goal or whatever, but he usually hits the $50 tip goal on a premiere stream. But it's just par for the course that the following streams just don't get the same amount of support. That's how his audience always is. I don't know why he's shocked by this. I don't know why he acts surprised. And you would think as frequently as it's been happening that he would have come up with some sort of way to not have that happen, to incentivize them to keep tipping during non-premiere streams. But of course not, because we all know that DSP can't even be bothered to think about his streams when he's not actively on the stream itself. And that's why they're so abysmal, because the dude can't be bothered to go out of his way and actually do anything for his streams. And I know I sound like a broken record sometimes when I say these things, but it just has to be addressed how lazy he is, how he just refuses to work on his content whatsoever. He can't be bothered to make shorts. He can't be bothered to look into different games. He can't be bothered to come up with new and inventive ideas to keep his audience engaged. He can't do charity streams. He can't be bothered to take timestamps. And he definitely can't be bothered to make members-only content to actually incentivize people to become members.
And I was like, what on earth happened? Like, it's like a night and day attitude to when I played the game on Friday, and it's the same game. You know, I don't know. I played this game 4.5 years ago, and I don't particularly remember it going crazy either, but people remember. I had this thing last week where, right on this very day of last week, Monday, we were questioning, should I play this right now? Because I just beat Mario Wonder, and even that didn't do so well. People were like, another Mario so soon isn't a good idea. But we talked about it, and we determined we're still going to do it with an understanding the next game will be RoboCop, right? Which it will be. Once we beat a game, RoboCop will be the next game that I play.
I definitely remember more people asking to see RoboCop, though. So much so that 3 different people sent you a code for the game because they wanted to see you play it so bad. And honestly, if that's the case, if 3 people sent you different codes to play the game, I would have just skipped Super Mario RPG altogether, because clearly the fans wanted to see RoboCop.
And man, after Friday, I was feeling good about it. I don't know what happened. Because the thing is, we made great progress today. We unlocked multiple new party members. We actually have all the party members available now. Great strides in the story. And everything's been good. I don't have a single complaint about the game. It's exactly as I remember it, with some new tweaks. Like there's now special triple team super attacks and stuff that weren't in the original. So it's neat. I love it, but I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe I should have listened to my gut instinct and said, don't play another Mario game back to back. I don't know. And it's shocking because it did well Friday and did not do well today. It is what it is, I guess.
Do you guys remember that other day when he was talking about someone had left him a comment and they were recommending that he don't finish games that aren't doing well on stream and that people don't want to see? And he was like, yeah, I might actually do that. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I guess he threw that completely out the window because this would be a good time for him to put that into action. If nobody wants to see this game, move on, DSP. Don't waste your audience's time. I just don't know why he would have spent all that time feigning like he actually cared about what that comment had to say and then not listen to it whatsoever when the time actually arose to do the thing that they suggested. Seems silly to me, but we can just chalk it up to being another waste of time segment that DSP always does. And just so it's not jarring, he's going to be talking about his Street Fighter 6 gameplay here in a second, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on double time speed because I personally don't want to hear it whatsoever, but I do, of course, want to leave it in so that you can experience what it's actually like watching DSP content, because I think that that's important to some extent.
Tonight's late stream of Street Fighter 6, more Dalsim and casual, and the good news here is, I only play casual matches, but I'm getting great matches. I'm playing people who are like higher ranked platinum or even like mid-level diamond, and I'm getting a variety of matches against people like Ken, and Jury, and JP, and Mano, Cammy, a lot of higher ranked players and people, and I'm learning. I'm actually learning a lot today. I played much better than I did on Friday with Dalsim. I got better combos, better execution, just learning a lot by watching the top players and then doing some of this stuff myself. You know, I'm doing pretty good. I have 2 strategies now for zoning as well, which is excellent. It's not just relying on one, I have 2, so I can mix it up. If someone learns one strategy, mix it up, do the other. You know what I mean? So it's going well in that regard. I really like the character. Tonight, support was all right on the Street Fighter 6 stream. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't... When I play a late-night Street Fighter stream like that, I'm not expecting that much. Usually Friday Night Fights does really well, but usually a typical Street Fighter stream does all right. You know, we didn't hit any goals again, but I actually wasn't expecting to hit goals on the Street Fighter stream. But here's the funny part. The Street Fighter stream, support-wise, did better than the Mario RPG stream. That blows my mind. That the daytime stream of the main game, that's a new game that came out Friday, did more poorly when it came to engagement and support than Street Fighter 6, which I've been playing since June.
Yeah, DSP, it's almost like the game being new has absolutely nothing to do with how much your audience actually enjoys watching the content that you make on it. Who would have thought that chasing down those hot new titles wasn't exactly a foolproof plan? I just don't know how you're missing the signs that are clear as day. Your audience is not interested in constantly watching only new titles. They want to see you have fun with the game and they want to see you do different things and play different games. But you just insist on sticking to the same thing that you've been doing for years on end at this point, and they're not there for it.
That's what's confusing me. What happened with Mario RPG? I don't know. The other concern I have is that this is now 4 straight streams where we didn't hit any tips goals, we didn't hit any member goals. It's just been a slow 2 days, all right? And this week's a short streaming week for me. I only have 5 days. Tomorrow is my last streaming day of the week because I have the holiday coming up, Thanksgiving and then the Black Friday special. So I have to have Wednesday off, which means only 1 more day left. So here's the deal. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we're doing Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer on the first stream, which you guys have loved. When I moved it back to the daytime stream on Saturday, you guys absolutely loved it. You came out, you engaged, and you supported. I'm hoping that'll happen again so I can have a strong end to the week.
And it baffles me that people actually continue to support him playing Call of Duty games whatsoever. Not only is this latest Call of Duty game absolute trash and just a regurgitation of the last Call of Duty game with different maps sold at full price, but DSP is not good at the game and he constantly complains nonstop about how the game is screwing him over and there's lag and everybody is basically just cheating all of the time. How did they know he was there? It's absolutely abysmal gameplay and I can't believe that anybody would support it.
Why? Because the late stream tomorrow night is Like a Dragon Gaiden, a game that isn't getting tons of engagement and support, and that's okay. It's not meant to be. That's supposed to be like the slow, chill stream that I balance with everything else that's more popular, and I'm not expecting much from it. Honestly, I'm not. I'm seeing it as a perfect way to end my streaming week with a more relaxing stream with the audience that's more personal. We can talk, as opposed to being hyper-focused on the game, and I like that.
It's a very weird choice that he continues to play games that he knows aren't doing well or aren't going to do well, and then get on stream and beg every single day on the other games that he thinks will do well, instead of just not playing the games that aren't getting the support, like was suggested in that comment that he read and responded very positively to, even insinuating that maybe he was going to try and give up games that people aren't interested in seeing. Like, he plans for certain games to just not perform well. He plans for Like a Dragon to do bad. He plans for late night Street Fighter streams to not get enough support. If your goal is to entertain your audience, DSP, and get support from it, then why are you continuously playing games that you know aren't doing well? And it's not because you enjoy the games, it's not because they're fun. Well, maybe it is for Street Fighter 6 because you do actually enjoy Street Fighter 6, weirdly enough. But you should just quit playing Like a Dragon if it's not doing it for your audience, if it's not getting the support that you absolutely require to hit your tips goals.
So I'm really, really hoping that tomorrow, if you like my stuff, please come to the Modern Warfare 3 stream and engage and support with it if you can. I would love to have a comeback from having 4 slower streams and having a really good, healthy stream tomorrow with that, if you could. Now, keep in mind, I'm not here Wednesday. There's a special on Thursday for Thanksgiving. There's only one stream, but it's going to be kind of a laid-back stream with a tier maker and all kinds of fun stuff. And then on Friday, we got the marathon, the Black Friday marathon, which is the Adpocalypse special, watching ads all day, having a party-like atmosphere with food and some booze.
Yeah, what a terrible event idea that actually is. Hey, you know that thing on TV that you muted for years and walked away from the screen every time it came on? Or that thing that you go out of your way to install ad blockers just so that you don't have to see it? Or that thing that you actually pay money for so that you don't have to see it? Ads? We're gonna spend all day long watching old ads. It's gonna be so cool. What an absolute waste of time. And I didn't mention this earlier, but I'm gonna mention it now. Why does he absolutely have to have Wednesday off if he's gonna also be off Thursday? Shouldn't he just replace his day off with Thursday, especially after having 4 low support streams back to back like that? You would think that if he was as hard up for cash as he lets on that he would just stream on Wednesday and just have his day off on Thursday. But who am I kidding? That would actually require DSP to change his schedule whatsoever. And he is technically doing 1 stream on Thursday. I think he's doing a late stream for like 2 hours, but I'm not even willing to count that. That's such a nothing stream if you ask me.
The thing is, I haven't done a marathon in ages. We skipped one in September, and then October, I couldn't do my Halloween marathon because I was sick.
Yes, well, maybe you couldn't have done one in October because you were sick. You definitely could have done it in early November like people were asking you to do because you had already decided all of the things that you were going to do and bought a costume and made everybody vote. And you said that you had game codes to give away, which you never brought up again. DSP, people didn't forget about those goddamn game codes. I think people talk about it in my comments at least once a video.
I'm hoping that those who are going to support that will come to these special events on Thursday and Friday and support them. I really do, because I would like to come back from that illness and recover in some way, and having 4 straight streams this week that had low engagement and support has not been good. So I'm hoping that things will turn around tomorrow, and hopefully later in the week we'll see. All right?
How many weeks after being sick is he technically not coming back from being sick? And I mean that as a genuine question. I would have thought it'd been just the week afterwards, him coming back from being sick, but he's talking about showing up to the Thanksgiving stream event and the Adpocalypse stream event and supporting so that he can recover from that illness and come back in some sort of way. DSP, at this point, you're not coming back from the illness. You're not recovering from being sick. You're just coming back from streams that you deem low support.
That's it. I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so very much. I'm actually excited for tomorrow. I'm loving all the games I'm playing. I actually can't wait for more Modern Warfare because I've been doing good with the sniper. This new auto shotty I got is great. Excited to do the daily challenges. It's always a good time. So I hope you'll join me for that in the AM. You were so happy when I brought it back as a day stream, and I hope we can keep that positivity going tomorrow. All right? Everyone have a good night. Be safe. See you tomorrow. Peace out.
And unfortunately, I have to agree with DSP right here because I want all of you to be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Because that's going to be the end of this video. And since this is coming out on Thanksgiving, I want all of you to have a very blessed American Thanksgiving style day. I really hope that all of you enjoyed the begging style segments that Snort Hogan has provided for us today. I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Big ups to all of you guys for watching the video. I really appreciate it, especially those of you who have made it this far. That means a lot. Hopefully I'll catch all of you guys in the next video, but until then, make sure that you check out other detractor channels and dive deeper into that Snortex.